All right, what's up, guys? I wanted to show you what I got going on today in the greenhouse. Stuff's finally starting to come together. We've got our system is what I was going with here. This will give you a little general idea, and excuse the mess. Like I said, I've been in here working today. This will be my bucket that will hold my water and nutrients, and this is going to be the Dutch bucket setup. So for those of you that don't know what a Dutch bucket system is, this will be my first one, my first attempt at doing this too. So I figured maybe somebody out there could learn from my mistakes, or maybe I get it right the first time. I'm not sure, but wanted to do a little breakdown before I get too far ahead of myself here. So this is the Dutch bucket system. What we've got here is a little rubber grommet, and you can see there's a little piece of 3/4 PVC is what I used. You can purchase these square buckets. I found them online. They were not the cheapest. I believe each bucket came out to be close to $8 with the bucket and the lid delivered. I'll link that in the video here, but what you do, you just drill your hole out in the bottom of the bucket. It doesn't have to be crazy specific. I tried to put it in the center of each of these, and you order these grommets for 3/4 PVC. Just pop them in there, then you slip your PVC in. I make it sound really easy talking about it, but it's not fun. Little hint, if you can tell that I have smoothed down the edges here around the outside, that's important. It'll really help you a lot. Just spit on them or put some water on them. It'll help when you go to slide the PVC through the grommet. So enough about that. Final step to get this stuff ready. This is a 5-gallon bucket mesh screen for painting. You can find these at Lowe's, Home Depot. What you do, it's pretty nice. It's got a nice little nylon attachment method there. So I just pop that around like so. You can see, sorry about that. And you just put that securely around the bucket there. You see that works out good. Now the next step, I do not have this, but when perlite. These buckets are going to be filled with perlite. I will continue the video at that point. But here we are. Our greenhouse is 10 foot by 16. I did all of the benches here just out of plywood, out of 2x6 treated. I had some extra boards from other projects and just figured, instead of me doing cinder blocks and messing with all that, I figured I'd just build them out. Whatever you want to do is up to you. I'm just trying to be as budget friendly with this build as possible. I plan on doing a ton of vegetables. Like I said, we're going to continue this video. I'm trying to do a video series on all this, but these are the PVC lines for the water supply. This is going to be the drain line, and like I said, we'll touch base here soon, and once I get all this electric done and we get the perlite, I think we'll do another video and I'll follow up. Alright guys, so I figured I'd give you a little breakdown on what I'm doing for my water supply line. You can go a cheaper route and you can buy the vinyl tubing with the little connections, but me being OCD and not wanting to leak water anywhere, I went ahead and purchased a bunch of these. This is a 1/2-inch fitting, and then this I believe is 7/64 for the vinyl tubing that I'm going to be using to water my plants. Figured I'd show you guys a little setup how I'm doing this. This is one that I've already put some pipe tape on, and then what I'm doing is I'm using a 1/2-inch T, and I will be connecting a 1/2-inch female into this, and I'll give you a little rundown once we get inside and you can see how everything is going to look as far as the supply line goes. So you just take it, got your pipe tape. These fittings do not they're not a super tight fit like I was kind of hoping for, so what I'm doing is just wrapping probably like 8 or 9 times around here in Teflon tape, and it's going to keep it so it's nice and watertight. There's your finished product, and you just screw it in there. It's nice it comes with these little wings on the side so you can tighten it down good. And there you have it. That's going to be your water supply line. Fit it up with a piece of PVC for your tea, and you're good to go. All right, got some more stuff done today. Figured I'd give you a little go through. This was like day 2, day 3, I'd say. Got the drain line done today. Got the supply line just about done. I was gonna pipe that all in, but I ran out of glue. My stupidity. Drain line's all set. What I'm gonna have to do next is drill all the taps for each of these drain lines that are going into it. But as you can see, there's some good grade to it. And that's what you want. You want to have it so the end of this is your highest point, and then it wraps around, and then it's going to dump into the water tank and get circulated. That's going to be the last thing I do, is tapping into the pump, just because I feel like all these tees that I'm going to add in are going to take up some more space. So we'll have to see what's going on with that. But here's all the tees like I showed you guys earlier, all said and done. So they're going to go into this, and then my water line's just going to, I mean, I could dang near just let it squirt right in there, but I've got some of these, I'm not sure what you want to call these things, but you're supposed to put these in the soil, or in the perlite I should say, and then what they do is they've got a little controller up top so you can limit how much water you need to go through it. It's day 4, I believe. Progress is going good. Wanted to do a video of me actually doing what I did, but it started pouring down rain outside, so I just hurried up and got it done. I figured it's really not that big of a deal. Today, the perlite came in. I got these mesh paint screens, I believe are what they're called, for 5-gallon buckets. Put them in there first. Then you get perlite. I had a hard time finding the perlite locally, so I went to a website called BFG. I believe they're just like a planter supply shop pretty much online. They were a great company. I can't speak more highly of them. Super helpful to me. And they sent the stuff out like pretty fast. I got it within a week. So I ended up, I believe it's 4 cubic feet is what you get in one of these boxes, okay? And I ordered 4 boxes. I got too much. So for those of you out there wondering and want to know, you know, for estimate size, like how much perlite you need, I used about 3 3/4 bags, I would say, to fill up 18 of these buckets. Okay, so you guys do the math. You know, I would say that's good to have a little bit of extra, you know, for the future, but did I really need it? No. So what we did, we just dumped the perlite in here in each of the buckets, filled it up. Do not breathe it in. I was reading the label on there. It's not good for you, but it's not like you're gonna die if you breathe it. So then what you want to do is you want to rinse it. I don't know if you can see the water draining out, but you need to thoroughly rinse it. You just run some water through and let the water drain out of there. If you actually could see it when it was first dumping out, it's a little bit cloudy, and then it clears up. So now that that's done, all I've got left to do, I got to pipe in these drains to the main drain line, wire it once I get it wired up, and we'll be running. Got everything all piped in with the water line. That's the supply line, drain line obviously. So we'll come back to you once I get all that stuff done, and once we start putting some plants in here, and we'll be rocking. All right guys, well, we are officially off and running. We got our final day. Spent a couple hours today just kind of tuning these things. Got some power going to it. I think it's still going to take a little bit of test and tune, let's just call it that. But let me switch this over. So we got all of our lines hooked up. Everything's draining. All the water supplies are running. You can see here, just trickling out real slow. And then we got our return line. All that's left to do now is just obviously plant some vegetables and whatnot. But I want to make sure that we get the pH in the water correct, and then we're going to give it some liquid plant food, and we should be off and running. Got here. I'm going to get going with a little variety of peppers and some tomatoes that I got from the hardware store. They were a pretty good deal too. Right now it's like mid-June. Definitely a lot later start than I wanted to be on this, but hey, you know, life happens. I'm just happy, and I'm proud right now, I won't lie. It's a cool feeling to have everything up and running. The system just shut off, but you can see we got a couple varieties of peppers and tomatoes. Let's see what we got here. We got some sun sugar. They're like yellow cherry tomatoes. My wife likes them for the salads. Bonnie, all of these are Bonnie, but they're green pepper. This is a gypsy sweet pepper. I've heard those are really good. The Anaheim hot peppers. These are going to be like beefsteak. They're called Better Boys. I've heard those are really good. The Juliet red tomatoes. They're like a hybrid, like, I don't know, in between a Roma and like a cherry. They're kind of right in between. Jalapenos, gotta have them. Sugar Sweet 100s. They're like a hybrid cherry tomato. I'll let you know how they do. And our Celebrity hybrid tomatoes that are a mix of, like, I think they're bigger, like beefsteak and something in between, but I think they're like an early bloomer. So we'll let you know. We got the nutrients in our water tank. It's slowly catching up with the drain water, but here we are. Hope you guys enjoyed this little series I put together. You know, it really didn't. Did I spend too much money? I possibly could have. I was really hoping to make this so some of you guys could learn and, you know, educate yourselves to see if you want to go this route. I think it's a great way. We'll do a bunch of follow-up videos. I'm going to try to do like a monthly basis and just go through everything and show you guys the progress on everything, and we can learn and grow together. So, no pun intended. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Leave us a comment, subscribe. I know this is kind of a different series for my channel. We're primarily a hunting channel. But, you know, at the end of the day, for a lot of us hunters, you know, we're out here to supply food for our family. And we want to live healthier. And I think this is a great little mini series. And hopefully I'll do some more like this. Let me know what y'all think. If you have any questions, I'll try to get to you as best I can. And I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.